right. This is Jabari Mitchell, and I will be doing my thorax and lungs assessment today on Mr. Pillow here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do as I walk into the room would be to gel in. Okay. Hi, my name's Jabari. I'm going to be your nurse today. I'm going to be just doing a 5-minute assessment on you. It's going to be an assessment of your thorax and your lungs just to make sure that your respiratory system is up to snuff. Is that going to be okay for you? Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, so the very first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm just going to check his respirations. Just make sure that he's got good, even respirations, that he's not going up in his respirations or down or anything. So upon watching his respirations and listening, I'm going to assess that it is 16 breaths per minute, which is within a good range of what we consider normal. So, and then I'm gonna look at his chest, make sure he doesn't have barrel chest, which he doesn't look. I mean, his chest looks a little bit barrely here, so maybe there's some things going on. But for the most part, his posture is very erect. It's not. He doesn't have any lordosis or kyphosis going on here. Just a little bit of a barely chest. So maybe he has. Sir, do you ever have any problems with your respiratory tract or anything like that? Do you ever have a hard time breathing, or have you ever had any respiratory illnesses or anything that I need to know about off the bat? No? Okay. Well, I mean, maybe the barrel chest is just normal. Maybe he's a bodybuilder or a muscle, builds his muscles up so that it's, not always necessarily means that they have a respiratory illness like COPD or something if they have a barrel chest, but most of the times you can tell if because they're trying to expand their lungs a little too much. Okay, and so he also doesn't really seem to be having any hard time breathing or anything like that. He's not in a tripod position to try and get gasp for air or like pursed lip breathing or he's not hunched over or anything like that. Doesn't look like he has any shortness of breath or anything like that. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to look at here is sir, is it all right if I touch you? Okay, excellent. So I'm just going to kind of palpate around the chest and neck areas. Just make sure that I don't see anything that sticks out to me. Anything that may stick out is like on the skin, any skin tags or moles. I also want to check him for paleness here and see if he has any signs of pallor in any certain spots or anything like that. So we're just going to palpate around, just make sure there's nothing, no soreness or tenderness or anything like that. Okay, none of that hurt, did it, sir? Is any places sensitive to the touch around here in your chest areas or on your sides or anything? No? It's feeling good? Okay, excellent. All right, sir, so the next part that I'm going to do for you here is going to be oscillate. I'm going to listen to your lungs, listen to your breath sounds, okay? All right, thank you. So, I'm going to start up here, just for good measure, and I'm going to listen to throat sounds. I want to see if there's any obstructions in the throat. I don't hear anything. Okay, and each time that I put my stethoscope in a different place, I'd like for you to breathe deeply for me if you could. That would be awesome. Thank you. Okay. And we're going to go below the breastbone. Okay, so everything sounds good there. Okay, I'm going to have you turn around for me if you would, sir. Okay. And when I'm doing this with the stethoscope, I'm making sure that I listen to each side of his lungs. So now I'm listening to the back, but I want to listen to the left lung, give a good deep breath. Right lung, give a good deep breath. Okay. We're going to go down a little lower. Left lung. Okay. Right lung. Okay. I'm going to go a little lower. Right lung. Okay. Left lung. Okay. All right, sir. Now I'm going to check here for lateral lung sounds. So if you could just raise this right arm for me here, sir. Okay. On the right lung, it has 3 lobes, so we're going to listen in 3 separate places. Let's see here. All right, excellent. Breathe deep. Okay. Breathe deep. Okay, thank you, thank you. All right, now could you lift up your left hand for me? Okay, on the left side only has 2 lobes, so we're just going to listen to 2 spots. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, so after listening to his lung sounds, everything seems to be. After listening to his lung sounds, everything seems to be sounding very good. You know, I don't see any miscolorings or anything. It doesn't seem like he's having a hard time breathe. And just to note, if I was doing this in a clinical setting, I would be shirt off. But just so we can tell kind of, you know, where on the chest, then just for the sake of this video, I just put a shirt on him just so to make it a little bit more realistic for us. All right, that concludes my assessment. Thank you very much, sir. I hope to see you again. Glad you didn't have any bad sounds. All right, and I'm going to scrub on out, and that's it.